In our latest Adam Sandler viewing, an inappropriate teacher-student relationship, strangely enough, is the least of our worries.
Oh, Lord, that's true, though.
Yeah, shockingly enough. Welcome back to another unfortunate case of movie soulmates. My name's SoulKeever.
And I'm Astrid.
And we just watched That's My Boy with Adam Sandler and Andy Samberg.
And Leighton Meester, who was a delight, and this should not have ruined her career.
But it did, and we're here now, and I have no idea what she's done for the past 8 years.
I don't know. I think she started a family.
Did she?
I could be mixing
She
her up
retired?
with somebody else.
Well, it wouldn't shock me if she did. I mean, it happens to a lot of people.
I feel like she may be one of those people that I see on those, like, meal kit delivery service commercials.
Oh, well, those pay good money, so...
Yeah,
no.
along with, like, Hillary Duff and,
Ooh, Hillary.
Jessica Alba, like those people.
Yeah, I haven't seen much of Jessica Alba either. The only person I've really seen in media for the past decade or so is maybe Hillary Duff doing that Younger show. And that's about it. Mm-hmm. The rest of those people you just named, nope.
She was kind of ahead of her time, though, Hillary Duff. She was one of the first people to do those, like, stop saying gay PSAs.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Or not stop saying gay, but stop saying gay as an insult.
Right. I don't mind Hillary Duff. Mm-hmm. Don't have anything bad to say about her. Mm-hmm. Well, I gotta say, what did you expect this movie to be when I first showed it to you? Because I've seen this movie like 5 times now, and you had never seen it before I showed it to you.
No, this is now my 3rd time having seen it.
Oh, is it?
Behind you, yeah, because we watched it twice, and I had never. You showed it to me once before.
Did I?
Yeah.
I did?
Yeah.
When?
You did.
I don't remember it.
Years ago.
I must have blocked it out.
Oh, so did I.
Jesus.
That's why I didn't remember the incest thing.
Okay. Well, what did you expect then?
I honestly expected it to be worse than it was. I expected more, like, pedophile jokes.
Yeah, like, they kind of spent it all right at the beginning, and then they kind of just moved on with it, which...
Right?
Oddly enough, if you're gonna do it, might be the best way to do it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. And Andy Samberg played more of, like, the straight man against the funny man than I really expected or was used to.
Yeah, I expected, like, both Andy Samberg and Adam Sandler to be going in both guns ablaze and giving it to us with both barrels because they're both known as funny men.
Right.
But Andy Samberg was unexpectedly subdued to actually great effect.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I really thought that this movie was going to be a lot more repugnant than it was.
Yeah.
Even though it tackles a lot of repugnant subject matter. Mm-hmm. Because, I've been all over the internet looking at the worst of lists and stuff. And you go on there and you look at the worst of the worst list and you see That's My Boy on there constantly.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of getting the feel that it's not necessarily because of the quality of the movie. It's because people are repulsed by the subject matter. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
The subject matter is gross, but I'm not sure these people making this list have even watched the movie.
No, I'm not. I don't think they have either. And the ones who have, I think they're really stuck on those plot points. And you could argue that it was not intelligent for them to make the teacher-student sex scandal plot point end with a happy relationship between them.
Yeah, but overall, the quality of the movie, I have to say, is not that bad.
Yeah, like, that's really what I would consider the movie's biggest flaw.
I kind of put this in the same league as, like, Movie 43, where movies get just absolutely lambasted.
Shut your...
And then I watched them and I say to myself, what the hell are they going on about? This movie isn't that bad.
Movie 43 is awful.
You laughed at it just as much as I did. Shut up.
Deny that.
You deny it, but it happened. Fam, listen to me right now. She laughed just as damn much at Movie 43 as I did.
I did not. There were too many poop jokes. You don't show the poop on screen.
The poop joke is the foundation of comedy.
You don't show the poop on screen.
Why not? That's like the other half of the poop joke.
It's like showing the barf on screen, which I think they also did. You don't do it is gross.
It's part of the joke.
I would put this more in a category of your without a paddle type movies.
Without a paddle is pretty bad, though.
Hilarious, you mean?
I guess we're gonna have to watch that movie someday, but I'm kind of dreading it secretly.
Shut up. When you're ready, I own it.
Yeah, I know you do. I'm gonna be sure to tweet at Matthew Lillard about it.
Oh, he's another treasure.
Oh, he's really a nice guy. I don't want to give him any shit.
Did you see somebody tweeted a picture of him saying when they do a Trump bioepic about the presidency, he needs to play him?
Yeah, and he was actually surprisingly agreeable about it. But I think also he's might looked at himself now and said, "Oh."
Yeah, he's like, wow, that's the meanest thing anybody has ever said to me ever.
Also, I'm available.
available.
Hey, money talks and bullshit walks, baby.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess we were expecting this to be a lot worse than it was, and then it turned out to be a lot better and funnier than it was.
Yeah, it was a lot more competent than I was expecting. I was expecting more than anything else, like that Zohan style, like lots and lots of one-offs.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this movie was so much better than Zohan. I think Zohan's got to be the worst of Adam Sandler's movies.
It's definitely the worst one of his movies that I've seen.
I can't think of one that he's done that's worse than Zohan.
Mm-hmm. I don't know that there's any bits in this movie, though, that they only do once. I think every bit in this movie is, like, echoed later on.
Yeah, I have to agree. I can't recall anything that didn't make a comeback later on, and I was actually surprised by that.
That's a mark of a good movie.
Yeah, it does callbacks constantly. Like, it doesn't forget any of the plot points. Oh, we see Vanilla Ice once. Well, Vanilla Ice comes back.
Yeah.
And... oh, Adam Sandler's character Donny jerks off to a picture of Grandma. Well, guess what? Grandma comes back in that bathing suit that he jacked off to later on.
Yep. And even that is a throwback to when he first sees Vanilla Ice in the movie and he's apologizing for having sex with his mother, which goes back to him having sex with his teacher because obviously Donny has a thing for older women.
Strangely enough, yeah, it all kind of adds together and it makes for a surprisingly competent movie.
Right?
So, I'm kind of surprised that I'm going to be the guy here defending the merits of That's My Boy. Mm-hmm. But I guess in the world of bad cinema, I'm going to sit here and say, guys, if you're talking about bad movies and you're naming That's My Boy near the top of the list, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, it's uncomfortable subject matter, but the movie is not badly made. No. It's competently written, it's well shot, and it's decently acted.
Mm-hmm. I mean, no, some of the acting isn't that great. Like, they cast the coach of, like, the Jets or something, and he's not an actor, so, of course, his lines sound awkward.
Yeah, I said decently acted.
I know. I'm just saying, we got some guys here who aren't professional actors because they, Adam Sandler knows his audience, and he knows they're going to mark out for these guys, so he cast the coach of the Jets, and he cast Vanilla Ice, and he cast... and Vanilla Ice is actually surprisingly decent as an actor.
Right? That's not a bad career thing for him.
To be fair, though, he was just playing himself, so, whatevs.
Still, people playing themselves a lot of times are kind of awkward on camera.
Well, yeah, it's true. Vanilla Ice, he had it going on in this movie.
Yeah, he's, like, relaxed. And he makes fun of himself.
Oh, yeah, he even made a crack about his best-known song, Ice Ice Baby. Man, Queen took 50%, and this other guy took 60%. Bitch, whenever that song gets played, I owe money.
Yeah. Well, he knows people are never gonna forget that. Also, all his, like, tracksuits are sick. I love them.
I don't know where this guy shops, but I could go there.
I think the same place as my cousin. They dress the same, man.
Yeah, well, sometimes you gotta style, am I right?
Yeah, but man, he's all coordinated. He's got that monochromatic look going on. If he's in red, if he's in green, it's got the shirt, got the shorts, got the shoes, and the hat.
Just because you're a punchline doesn't mean you can't style.
Right? And obviously he's got a lot of those clothes because he piss fountains himself in one of them and does not seem to care.
Ooh. And judging by his living situation, he probably should care.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. He works at an ice rink.
And lives in the worst part of town, my dudes.
Oh, yeah. That looked like one of those rent-by-the-hour motels.
Ugh. Well, why don't we go into what this movie actually was? So, I guess the best place to start here is the quote-unquote inappropriate student-teacher relationship.
They spent more time on it than I think they should have.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Why do you think they spent more time on it than they should have? Because it seemed like just a small introduction. It seemed like they kind of blazed past it pretty quickly.
I disagree. I feel like I'm sure it was only 5 minutes. It felt like 10.
You thought they lingered on it for too long?
A little bit. Because, and here's why. We're used to seeing, I think, on TV, like, people of a certain age playing people of a certain age, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're used to seeing, like, actors play it younger or older. But with this kid, they cast a 13-year-old looking kid.
Right.
So it makes it really uncomfortable when he's hitting on his 30-year-old looking teacher. And, like, again, I get that we're watching an uncomfortable subject matter movie, but when she put his gum in her mouth, I gagged.
Yeah, that was pretty.
I gagged.
It was tasteless, but it certainly set the mood, I guess we'll say.
Right, and then it's like they go on all summer. It's not like it's a short thing. It's like he's bringing her beer in her hot tub, and then he's got a yoo-hoo because he's 13.
Yeah, that's the one responsible thing that they do throughout their entire relationship is she doesn't let him drink beer.
I don't even know if she doesn't let him. I think he might just not like it.
Yeah, that's a good point. Oopsie.
He showed up with it.
Jesus Christ. Did he steal that beer? Did he take it from his dad?
I don't know, actually. Wait, was he in the 70s? In the 70s.
No, this was like the mid 80s when they were having their little affair.
I don't know. I don't know if they carded people yet or if you could still walk down with a note and say you were buying smokes and beer for your parents.
That was well before my time, so I have no idea.
Okay.
Dude. Jesus Christ, Donnie. Yeah, they were not subtle at all about their relationship. Holy crap.
No.
It's no wonder they got caught doing it. What was she thinking?
Right. So they get caught officially, even though they were like, she put his gum in her mouth in front of his friend.
Yeah, like his friend is just stunned by this. Like, his friend just sits by. He sees the gum being chewed by the teacher. He sees the note on Donnie's paper after she passes back his math test.
Yes, it says A+++. I'm going to sit on your face tonight.
And then he leans forward and says, Donnie, what'd you get? And then he sees the note and his eyes bug out.
Right.
And he leans back. And the poor kid's just like, you can hear him say to himself, I'm not getting involved in this. I'm not saying a word to nobody.
Right. And I guess Donnie's dad died when he was 3. His mom died when he was 3, and his dad, the only thing we ever see of him, I think, is his fist when he punches him in the courtroom. So we know Dad's not paying attention. So I guess that's why that didn't get her caught. But having sex on the auditorium room stage during an assembly.
Mm-hmm. Very loudly, too.
That did it.
This assembly where this kid is running for class president, and they're having sex, yelling at the top of their lungs behind the damn curtain.
Yeah.
And you could tell when they're doing all their, escapades behind the curtain there, that everybody on staff and the students, they all already know.
Yep.
Because all the teachers are, like, rolling their eyes, and all the students are kind of just looking at each other. And the principal just kind of sighs and says, pull up on the curtain.
Right, yeah, why? You knew what you were going to see. Why are you showing everybody? Why?
There's Miss McGarrigle, buck-ass naked, wrapping herself in, like, the
flag.
Yeah, the flag, and then running off. And then Donnie gets cheered.
Yep, he puts his arms up. And again, because this is not a bad movie, the back of the auditorium, like, how schools will have their little banner slogans up?
Yeah.
Their slogan was, some have greatness thrust upon them.
Yeah, and somehow this is greatness. He I don't know why, but this elevates him to fame and fortune. How?
Yes.
How does banging your teacher elevate you to fame and fortune?
He thrust his way.
Get
it?
There it is.
Thrust.
What the hell even made him money anyway? Was it like the TV movie that he got?
Yeah, he sold the rights to his story. He got that $100,000 check for selling the rights to his story.
That's not exactly living large, let me clue you.
Well, no, especially not when you buy drinks for, like, your entire county.
Dude, that's like all your money.
Right? Right.
Jesus Christ, Donnie. Well, life goes pretty fast for Donnie, and pretty soon he's just a functional alcoholic about 30 years later.
Oh, yeah. He always has a beer. He's got a beer in his sock. He keeps a beer in his glove compartment. He keeps a beer in his nightstand.
So, yeah, he's drinking tall boys, bottles, regular old cans. Point is, Donny's drinking all the time here.
He drinks so much, his belt buckle is also a beer can opener. Or not beer can, beer bottle opener.
And somehow his boy, because he got Miss McGarrigle, his teacher, pregnant.
Oh, yeah.
His boy is now getting married. And that leads us into the plot at hand here, where he's trying to find his way out of a jam because he owes the IRS $43,000 because he hasn't paid taxes for 20 years.
Yeah, which doesn't... Wait, does that track? How old is his kid?
How old is his kid?
His kid's got to be older than 20 then, gonna say, because he would have been 13.
His kid... Well, he hasn't paid taxes in 20 years because it was 1994 the last time he paid taxes.
Okay.
His kid was born probably around 1985 or so his kid's ballpark like 27.
Okay. That tracks.
Duh.
I'm sorry.
Just because he has a kid doesn't mean he doesn't pay taxes.
No, I'm saying, but because they never really say explicitly how old he is, so I'm trying to figure out if they're expecting him to pay taxes from the time he was 13 and sold the rights to his story.
Well, yeah, a taxable income probably.
Okay.
But they said 1994.
Yeah.
So he hasn't paid taxes in, 18 years.
Okay. Maybe his comment about I thought they took it out automatically might not have been as stupid as that guy said, because I don't know how they do that when you're a child laborer, but I wonder.
Well, he was a grown-ass man in 1994.
No, when he's a kid and they tax the $100,000 out of his check when he's 13. They probably did take that out automatically.
Well, probably, maybe. You still have to file for taxes.
Right, but I'm sure all that would have been handled by an adult lawyer.
Yeah.
So, and like you're saying, he's a functional alcoholic. He never paid, he's probably been drinking since he was a kid.
I don't know. They didn't really go into it. Point is, he owes $43,000 and he's got to find a way to get it.
Yep, and he doesn't know how. Except
to go to his... Well, not really his friend, but it's a producer that runs this reality TV show who offers him $50,000 to hook him up with a women's prison situation, a reunion of sorts with his son and his mother.
Yes, $50,000 if he can get his quote-unquote actual son to the prison with the mother.
Yeah.
For an interview.
And that apparently is worth $50,000 to this guy.
That's because, remember, you smell that, Donny?
It's money.
Smells like ratings.
Yeah. So naturally, this is gonna go awry. Donny actually finds out where Han Solo is, because he named his kid Han Solo.
Han Solo Berger, coolest name ever.
Yeah, he named his kid Han Solo Berger. Jesus Christ. Ran the Kessel Run in 12 parsecs.
Right? And that is one of the, I thought that was funny, because that is one of those names that those dumbass teen parents give their kids. Some of them you can really tell they had their kid when they were too young, because you can tell by the name, right? You were either really young or really high.
And in Donny's case, it was probably both. Judging by the way that he can't even speak a straight sentence without slurring his words now.
Yeah.
He's probably been drunk for the past 20 some odd years.
Right?
If not since Han Solo was born.
Yeah, probably. Probably when he started drinking.
So at this point, he's like 13 years older than Han Solo.
Which is not a lot.
Yeah, that's not a lot, so everyone...
Oh, dear God, he's under 40?
Yeah, probably.
He looks like shit.
Well, he probably is around 40.
He looks like shit.
Of course he looks like shit. He's drinking tall boys all the damn time.
Also, I really, really wish that during the bachelor party, scenes, somebody would have pinned Donny's ass down and shaved off his horrible mullet. I got so sick of seeing stupid mullet, stupid ponytail. Greasy.
He is stuck in a point in time, and that point in time is 1985.
Yeah, which why? I get that something important happened to you that year.
Well, it's probably 1984. He listens to Van Halen. He drives a shitty car that's 30 years old. He's got a mullet. That's who he is.
He's got his super sweet mixtapes.
Yep, still makes mixtapes. God damn, he still makes mixtapes.
Oh, what's worse is so did Vanilla Ice. And he's got his Walkman.
Well, you know, they're from a certain time, and like they haven't been able to afford everything ever since they lost all their money.
And not even a CD Walkman, a cassette tape Walkman.
Oh, yeah, that's what they had back in the 80s. This movie's all 80s.
I never even had one of those. I had a CD Walkman, thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
It was blue and it had angel wings on it.
Like, the funny thing about Donnie showing up at Han Solo's, well, it's not really so much his wedding, it's just that he's having a little get-together at his boss's place for this long weekend before he gets married at his boss's house. Because he's up for a big promotion in the company.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the other weird thing about this movie. Why is it at his boss's house?
Well, because his boss likes him.
Yeah, I guess.
And he's making him a lot of money. And also, you know, Han Solo's fiance banged him.
There's that. That's a big red flag.
Yeah. That's why he's getting the promotion, because his fiance went that little extra mile.
As she called it. I gave him a boost.
She gave him a boost by lowering herself down.
Yep.
Going down.
Clapping them cheeks.
Mm-hmm. Donnie arrives, and he's his natural self, acting crass as humanly possible, busting out tropes from the 80s. And all the people around him are eating it up.
Yes. Why? He shows up and like, this is like a water polo playing looking place, right?
Like, this is a really upscale sailing type family.
Yeah, this is a place, this is the kind of mansion that they had a baseball diamond built in their backyard.
Yeah, these people have money. Why are they getting down with Donnie? There's no reason that they should ever like Donnie, but they love him, and they eat up all the stuff he throws at them. The beer, the going to hit dingers in the baseball field, the crass jokes about dicks and stuff.
Right, and grandma's titties.
Yeah, and...
you stacked. I see where your son gets his fine figure.
Yeah, he's just hitting on everybody and, you know, cracking people's skulls with beer bottles and shit.
Oh, yes, he hit so many people with bottles.
Yeah, he hit like 3 people throughout the movie with beer bottles. Like, he hit the fiance's brother with a beer bottle like twice.
Yeah. Hits the priest.
And then he hits the fiance too.
Yes.
So yeah, it's like 3 people he hits with a beer bottle in total.
Yep.
At least.
Yep. He's really fine-tuned the art of hitting somebody in the back of the head with something heavy without killing them.
And poor Han Solo, who's calling himself Todd Peterson here, is so embarrassed by Donnie that he actually told his fiance that his parents died in a fire.
Yes, an explosion, right?
Yeah, an explosion. And he doesn't want to admit that Donnie is actually his dad. In fact, Donnie goes along with it and pretends that he's just his best friend that saved him from the railroad tracks.
Oh, yeah. And I wonder how much of him going along with it is because he needs the money and how much of it is because he understands that he was a terrible father.
I guarantee that it's probably both. I don't think Donnie is stupid. Mm-hmm. He's a drunk, but he's not an idiot.
Mm-hmm. Also, did his father die? Because we never see him after he punches him in the courtroom.
Yeah, his father died at some point.
Okay.
I don't remember when, but it wasn't really a big plot point or anything. I think he just mentioned that to Todd Peterson, Han Solo, that your grandpa was a bit of an asshole. You know that.
Yeah, he was. Okay.
Yeah. So Han Solo doesn't really have that much family. The only family he has is, you know, Donnie, and then, unexpectedly, Uncle Vonnie.
Yes, which they never really explained how they met, but I assume it was on that 80s interview circuit.
Probably, like, you know, these people know each other, and they run into each other at some point, so... Uncle Vanny, by the way, is Vanilla Ice.
Yeah.
So Donnie and Vanilla Ice are besties from back in the day because they met while doing whatever back in the early 90s, probably.
Mm-hmm. And they were friends for 20 years, right up until Vanilla Ice caught Donnie having sex with his mother.
Yeah. After which Vanilla Ice gives Donnie the silent treatment.
For apparently years.
And also, Vanilla Ice apparently has been working at that fast food restaurant, that ice rink,
Yes.
for just as long as Donnie's known him. Because ever since Han Solo was a kid, Uncle Vanny's been putting nuggets in his pocket.
Yes.
Pocket nuggets.
Like
he sees Han Solo there behind the counter, or in front of the counter, and Uncle Vanny just takes a bunch of nuggets and stuffs his front pocket with them.
He goes, remember this? Remember this? Pocket nugget. No wonder this poor kid had diabetes.
The diabetes was kind of unrealistic in this movie. It's not like he had, was it early on or childhood onset diabetes?
That's exactly what he had.
Well, he had, didn't he have a type of diabetes that could be reversed, though?
He had the kind that comes from, eating too much sugar.
Yeah, so you can reverse that.
Well, theoretically, I don't know that it always works. I don't know. I don't have diabetes.
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that that's not the kind that sticks with you for, like, your entire life. Especially when he's young like that.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I don't remember. I'm not familiar with the types of diabetes, but I'm very sure that I'm at least pretty sure that kind isn't permanent.
I think it doesn't have to be. Like, I think a lot of people that get bariatric surgeries, if they're diabetic, end up not needing insulin after. But I don't know if that means you don't have diabetes anymore or just that you don't need insulin. Because apparently not all diabetics need insulin. It's a whole thing.
Yeah, like, I remember my grandma had diabetes. She didn't need insulin, but I guess, Han Solo does.
Yeah.
Even though he's portrayed as having a different type of diabetes than the one that actually needs insulin.
Yeah, I don't know how all that works. Oh. I don't know.
Well, apparently neither does Adam Sandler.
Right? Like, he's got childhood diabetes, but not the kind that's, like, not juvenile diabetes.
Yeah.
He has childhood adult onset diabetes, if that makes sense.
He's got fat people diabetes.
Yeah, that just happened to be when he was a child because his father gave him lollipops and candy for breakfast.
Yeah, he didn't give him no shit, which apparently meant giving him everything and turning him into a real fat kid.
Yep.
Because that happened.
I missed your titties. Also, with that diet you're feeding the kid, no wonder he shit his pants waiting for you to pick him up.
Oh my God.
Like, he must have been so backed up, and then it finally just blasts itself out.
Jesus Christ, Donnie, give him something besides candy.
One of the other kids probably punched him and it just loosened the dam.
Ugh. Well, you know what else loosened the dam was that guard in the prison where Han Solo and Donnie met
Susan Sarandon.
Susan Sarandon, yeah, Mom. Miss McGarrigle is what her name was, the teacher.
Yeah, that guard tased him and he shat himself.
Yeah, they were having an argument and then the guard tased him and he just shat his pants like right after Donnie encouraged him to throw away the extra pair of underwear that he had on him because he shat his pants when he was a kid.
Yes, he's been carrying, what did they call him, his security undies?
Mm-hmm.
That he used to rub when he was nervous. He's been carrying since the first grade when he shat himself on the way home from school.
Mm-hmm.
Because he waited 5 hours for his father to pick him up, and then his father was like, what? I had detention myself. What was I going to do?
He had detention for 5 hours?
Apparently.
Good Lord, he didn't have detention for 5 hours. He was hitting the bong with Vanilla Ice.
I was about to say, geez, did you have detention with another Mrs. McGarrigle for 5 hours?
Never say never. That school was probably getting all kinds of shit for a while after that.
Probably, hopefully.
Oh. Can you believe that Donnie and Vanilla Ice both banged the boss's mom?
Yes.
Grandma?
They were into that old-timey bathing suit that Grandma D was wearing.
Yeah, Donnie started jacking off in one scene. He was looking for something to jack off to, and he found a picture of Grandma that was like a diptych?
She was in a Woolworths advertisement.
Yeah, and he found the picture of her in her old-timey bathing suit when she was young.
Yeah.
And right next to that, on the other side of the frame, was her now.
Yes, present-day Grandma.
Yeah. And he started jacking off to that picture. He started jacking off to old-timey Grandma. And then he looked at now Grandma and started jacking off to her and said, why am I more into her?
I don't know, but he's going with it.
What are you doing to me? What are you doing to me?
And then, okay, so then he finishes and he's like, oh, we're gonna go again, but I need a minute, right? And then it cuts. And then it's the next morning, and it's like a tissue graveyard.
Yeah, he's used the entire fucking box, man.
Right? They're stuck to the photo frame.
They're stuck to the ceiling fan.
Right? They're strewn all over the bed.
And Grandma walks in and starts cleaning all that shit up.
Because she knows what's going on. Grandma knows. She comes from a pervy time. She talks about how when she was in school and you misbehaved, the headmaster came by and slapped her hand with his dick.
Oh, that's got a sting.
It probably does.
Yeah, especially after he gives you herpes.
Right? Ooh, and you know he's not slapping it with soft dick. He's coming by and whapping your knuckles with a hard-on.
Oh, God.
Right? Anyway, so it's not Grandma's first rodeo. She just comes in and starts cleaning up the tissues real casual.
And, of course, Han Solo thinks, you gotta clean all this up. Grandma, don't be in here, please.
Grandma, please don't touch it.
And she tells him, if he's so under the weather, maybe he shouldn't masturbate so much.
Right? And Andy Samberg in that scene was a joy to watch.
I'm not sure he was expecting that line.
His physical comedy, his face, his hand motions when he's trying to shake the sticky tissues off, and the one flies up and almost touches him in the face, and he dodges back like he's trying to avoid a baseball whip to the face.
You know what I think? I think that Andy Samberg was ill-prepared for all of these scenes. I don't think Adam Sandler told him what exactly was going to happen before he went into each of these.
You think you just surprised him?
I think he just kind of gave him an idea of what was going on, but then he didn't tell him that the tissues were actually going to be sticky and shit. And then he didn't tell him that Grandma was going to know that he was masturbating and all that.
He did look surprised at that, you're right.
And then I don't think that he knew that the brother and the sister were going to be banging later on.
You don't think he knew that?
I don't think he knew.
Really?
Yeah, I think that Andy Samberg was trying to process that.
What?
Yeah, that would account for the delayed what. Like he's just trying to process what the hell is happening right now.
You don't think that would have made him laugh in real life?
I don't know, but I just have a feeling that Andy Samberg didn't know that was going to happen.
And they're like, Andy, can you stay in character if we spring something on you? And he's like, yeah, no problem. And they're like, whisper, 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 whisper.
What?
Oh, yeah, she told him. You fuck your brother? And when Adam Sandler catches them, where he's like, is it at least step brother or one of you's adopted? And then it was silence. Oh God,
it's real! Oh boy, God damn it! She's got his fiance. Han Solo's fiance has this brother that's all gung ho because he's supposedly in the Marines or some bullshit.
He pretends to be a Marine.
Yeah, he pretends to be a Marine, except he's really a jazz dancer. Mm-hmm. And he buys a bunch of bullshit military suits on eBay to keep up the image. Say, he's in the military. And he acts like a tough guy all the time because throughout the entire movie, he's threatening Han Solo with violence if he hurts his sister. And he and he punches himself in the dick before he wrestles Han Solo because he's acting real manly about that too.
Gotta puff it up.
Talks to his dick before he hits it.
We don't like you.
He's talking to his dick. What the fuck?
I liked when Donny goes to take a picture of Jamie, the fiance, and her brother in bed together. Because when he snaps the camera, the brother real quick does the guns pose.
Like,
with his
why?
Arm. Because that's what's important. You're getting caught doing incest with your sister, but at least you're gonna look muscly.
I guess at least it's gonna be a good picture. Oh God, the way that she tries to justify having sex with her little brother is priceless. When two good-looking people get together, they have sex.
It's just what good-looking people do.
And it just so happens that this particular good-looking person is my little brother.
And it was... they said little brother.
That makes it so much better. That excuses everything. I understand now why you're banging your brother.
Right.
Excuse me while I vomit in the ice bucket.
Right, which
Donny did.
And you can't blame him. And then she thinks it's not going to be a deal breaker at the wedding. She's like, what? Come on. You're fucked up. I'm fucked up. We're going to be fine. Let's just finish this up.
Yeah, and then Donnie's just like, adultery is bad, but incest is fucked up.
Right, and when they try, because the Irish priest walks out and they've got, what was his name? Father...
I don't know.
Started with a K, I don't know. But he's got, African, looking garb on. And so when they're like, you could take over, you'll do the wedding. And he's like, what do I gotta get involved in this fucking white people shit?
Yeah, he doesn't want any part of this. Don't get him involved.
He just, walks out.
James Caan, the priest, they got James Caan to play this guy. James Caan doesn't want any of this.
Right.
He probably didn't know what was going to happen in the script either. He just walked out. I was in The Godfather. I don't need this.
Right? They're like, man, we had the Magdalene laundries, but incest? Get out of here.
No. He's done after that. And so is Han Solo, because he gets the fuck out of there.
Oh, yeah. But not before he reclaims his name. I'm not Todd Peterson. I'm Han Solo, and I'm a burger like my father before me.
And I was named after the man who ran the Kessel Run in less than 12 parsecs.
Oh, yeah.
And then he goes off in the sunset and gets a better girlfriend down at the strip bar where Donnie frequents.
But not before they first do one last What's that? Which is another bit that they do, 3 times?
Yeah, they do was up for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
When the hell was that even a thing? Was that a thing back in the 80s or something?
It must have been, because he's stuck in the 80s, right?
Yeah, I think so.
remember my dad doing that bit a lot when I was a kid, so it's definitely at least early 90s.
Oh, really? Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah, my dad loved... Oh, come on. He's a redneck. Of course he loved the Budweiser frogs.
Yeah, I don't remember any... Oh, was that a Budweiser frog thing?
I think so.
Really? Oh, I didn't know that. Well, what the hell do I know? I'm not an 80s kid. Well, I believe now is about time for our Amazon reviews.
Yeah, it was a Budweiser thing.
Of course it was. Of course it was a Budweiser thing. He's drinking beer the whole damn movie.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't it be a Budweiser thing?
Mm-hmm.
Well, as I said, it's about time for us to go into our Amazon reviews. We've culled 3 5-star reviews and 3 1-star reviews. And as always, we're going to begin with the 5-star reviews.
These are my favorite part of these podcasts.
Oh, yeah. And they're always a delight. Our first 5-star review comes from Keith, who says, this is what... Or wait, no, here's his tagline. You'll wet your pants laughing so much. He should have said shit his pants. That would have been more on brand here.
Yeah, that's a strong promise you're making there, Keith.
Okay. This is one hilarious movie. I was in the hostel in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, in the foyer, waiting for my transport to take me to the bus station to get my bus to Phnom Penh. I'm not
Cambodia?
good. Yeah, I'm not good with I'm not good with those names there, so sorry if I get them wrong.
We get it, Keith. You travel.
Yes, we get the idea, my dude. This movie was playing on their large screen TV there. I didn't get to see a lot of it, but what I saw enticed me to ask the nice Vietnamese girl working behind the counter for the name of the movie. She wrote it on a piece of paper for me because she was too ashamed to name it. When I returned to Darwin, I ordered it from Amazon. When it arrived, my fiance and I watched it that night. It was just so funny. It had us both laughing almost nonstop. This is truly a #1 comedy movie. Get it and say I sent you.
That was a weird review. Why did he spend more time talking about his travels than he did about the movie?
He wanted people to know that he's not trailer trash.
Right? Okay, Keith. Are you reviewing a movie or is this your Tinder profile?
Oh my God. He wants... Maybe he bases his entire personality and dating life off frickin' That's My Boy.
Right?
Oh, God. Okay, our next review here comes from Mike, who says, That's my boy. Oh, boy. He says, my head hurt so much from nonstop laughter that when it was over, I had to have a Vicodin and a beer.
Jesus.
Only a few comedies come to mind that create that kind of fun. Nacho Libre.
Hey!
Raising Arizona. And perhaps, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
That one's actually good.
Good one, Adam. You're on the right trail.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. And our last 5-star review comes from Marcy, who says...
If you love Adam as much as I love Adam, I promise you're gonna love this movie. Adam always has certain quirks in his movies that I can count on and do. Some feel like they're overdone to death. Me? I love and look forward to finding those quirks. To me, it's like coming home after a long day and putting on my fave house clothes. Some people wear sweats, lol. One of the quirks I absolutely love most is the character with quote-unquote crossed eyes. Cracks me up. Yes, Adam's done it to death, but he manages to make each character unique and funny to me, every time. From Rob Schneider's You Can Do It in several movies to the crazy, cool, twisted grandma character to the guy with crossed eyes. Yeah, I don't know why they keep putting that in quotes. Each of Adam's consistent characters never bore me. I cannot wait to see what he does next in That's My Boy. Donny Berger, Adam, sleeps with his junior high teacher who gets jail time 30 years, and Donny gets their baby and typical Sandler fun ensues. Again, you can absolutely consider me biased as I just love Adam and all his movies. Yes, even the worst one you can think of, lol. Enjoy! This was such a mess to read, y'all. I don't think you understand. Every single one of those ands was the ampersand sign, and there were no spaces between it and the words it was sandwiched around.
I think we should be grateful that the review was legible at all.
This was a troll. This has to be an internet bot, right?
It was so bad.
Was this written by, like, the Vietnamese girl that the guy in the above review got it for and then just run through Google Translate into English?
I think you might be on a roll there. I think she finally saw the movie and had to voice her opinion, too.
Damn.
She had to let the world know how much she loves Adam Sandler and all his quirks.
Oh, my God.
Because they're like her favorite pajamas.
Oh, my God.
Pajama-rama.
Some wear sweats, lol.
Jesus Christ. Let's go on to our 1-star reviews now and see what the dissenting opinions have to say. First review comes from FT, who says, content about children not funny at all. And they say, content about children not funny at all. Content about children not funny at all. Content about children not funny at all.
Yes, we get it.
Okay, then why do you even watch the movie, dude?
Yeah, it's not like they hide what it's going to be about. It doesn't surprise you like some movies.
It's right in the damn trailer. It tells you what it's about right from the get-go. If it's that offensive, just don't watch it, dude.
Right?
Well, let's go on to our next review from Tess, who says, could not sit through it. Let's see. Adam Sandler was funny once upon a time. That time has passed.
Ouch.
My problem with this movie was not its raunchiness. It was not its subject matter. It just wasn't funny. Not even a little. Not even stupid funny. It was just stupid. Even the actors didn't seem to find this amusing, since every little attempt at humor was painfully forced.
Jeez.
Apparently some people enjoy this movie. I really don't see how. I would suggest this is one to get from the Red Box, so you only blow $1 if you don't find this funny. Wish I had my $5 back.
Damn, Tess. Also, you're lying. It was the subject matter. That's why you didn't find it funny. Because some of the jokes in this movie, actually most of the jokes in this movie, have nothing to do with the inappropriate student-teacher rapey relationship.
Yeah, like, it's actually a pretty small part of the movie, that particular, scenario.
Yeah, it's not exactly a coming-of-age movie, but it's got that kind of feel, right? Because, like, they're both emotionally stunted, him and his son, and they both have to kind of grow up and find each other and
Yeah.
like themselves. So it's got that feel to it a lot more than it is just a dumbass comedy about rape.
Yeah, it's the whole teacher-student thing is only going on for maybe 5 minutes before we actually get into the movie. Because most of the movie is about Donny trying to reconnect with his son and his son getting married and all that stuff.
Right. It's really more of a comedy about the ineptitude of teen parenthood and what that, like the cycle that ensues from it.
Right. Well, let's go on to our last 1-star review from Anonymous, who says...
Brain enema. What?
Appropriate.
Yeah. Can you hold this for a second? Imagine, if you will, a desolate wasteland. Its inhabitants from an earlier time would have called it Earth, even home. But now, it is only the battleground for mankind's war against itself. You are alone. With your child, your very pride and joy as you scrounge for supplies. Suddenly, he's snatched up and taken from you. You try to go after this assailant, but he's too fast. You are alone in an apocalyptic hell world with the one person you love most being taken from you and dragged to an unknown fate. This was the happy place I went to after watching the first 20 minutes of That's My Boy. It's not that I'm some sort of depressed psycho. Quite the contrary.
Oh, no!
However, That's My Boy was so devoid of any enjoyable qualities that my very ability to imagine happiness was sucked from me. And the only escape I had was to become the dad in The Road. Packed with gut-wrenchingly horrible attempts at comedy, I think. And, oh boy, cameos from third-rate celebrities. Remember Vanilla Ice? Me neither. That's My Boy is the kind of film that really makes people appreciate the finer things in life. Like Nanking and Geely. It's a film that I imagine Adam Sandler's family just pretended they never knew came out. It's quite literally the worst thing I've ever seen. And like I said, I saw Geely.
Oh, so have we.
Yeah, we did. I guess if I had to, I'd recommend it to masochists and interrogators at Guantanamo Bay.
Well, we're one of those.
To summarize, That's My Boy is another emotionally destructive deuce Adam Sandler has laid upon the unsuspecting public that makes me wonder... What picture does Adam Sandler have that somebody doesn't want to get out?
If this is what he's releasing, what hasn't he released?
Brain enema. Tough but fair.
Amazon reviews, everybody.
Yes.
Woo! Those were some reviews. I gotta say, that last one was a doozy.
They had opinions and they voiced them.
They had grievances. Oh boy, enlightening. Thank you to all the people out there who contributed those.
Tell us who you are, you coward anonymous.
You are a legend, sir. That review was legendary status. He should not be anonymous.
No.
He's a god among men, perhaps.
Perhaps.
All right. Did we learn anything from That's My Boy?
Oh, we learned that it's never too late to learn how to ride a bike.
Oh, no. We also learned that, you should always keep some nuggets in your pocket in case of emergency hunger pains.
Oh, yeah. Also learned you can pierce your ear with a dangly earring and beer.
Oh, yeah. Be sure you carry an extra pair of underwear in case, someone tases your ass.
Oh, yeah. You don't want to run out of there all squishy butt.
Yeah, you don't want to, completely ruin your fucking pants. There's a time limit on those pants after you shit yourself.
SoulKeever does this one bit in one of his videos where he poops himself and he just waddles off screen and goes, "It's like cake."
Oh, yeah, I did a video. It's an art video that I did because I make art videos sometimes, and it's like one that I did for a Christmas special years ago. And then I pretended that I pooped myself.
Pretended. Allegedly pretended.
Yeah. Did it look that good when I did it?
I mean, you walked like a baby that had pooped itself, so yes.
Ooh, it's like cake.
I still use that line.
You're welcome. I have negatively affected your life in such a manner. And you're probably not the only person.
Nope.
Ba-doom-tsh. What else do we learn here? God. I don't even know. Don't, have sex in front of a live crowd.
No, not unless you're getting paid for it.
No, definitely not.
No.
Don't bang your brother.
Well,
that's a good one.
I didn't need to learn that lesson. I already knew it because I'm not a pervert.
Yeah, don't bang your brother because it's possibly going to ruin all your other relationships in quite a hurry.
Right? Ooh. Huh.
Holy shit.
Huh.
Yeah, these are Captain Obvious lessons right here.
Right? I learned that a lot of older 80s celebrities end up working at the ice rink.
I learned that Grandma probably got her wrist slapped by a cock.
Oh, yeah. I learned that you can order yourself a bowl of chili nuggets.
Yeah, I didn't even know those were the thing.
Neither did, what's his name?
Sounds like a delicacy. I don't know who that guy was, honestly.
He was the guy that did the What's Up Willis thing.
Oh, okay.
What you talking about, Willis?
I thought that was Gary Coleman.
Who's Willis then? I think he might have been Willis.
I don't know. I don't know. You could talk about it all day long, and I don't know.
I think he was Willis.
Okay. Well, whatever. Anyway, I believe those are life lessons from That's My Boy, everybody. Yeah, we learned some pretty obvious things. I don't think we needed to watch this movie to take that away.
Oh, I also learned you should always coordinate your shirt to your shorts to your shoes to your hat.
Okay, yeah. That way you'll be styling even when you're living in abject poverty.
Yes, and pissing on yourself in the bushes, saying, throw pennies at me.
Poor Vanilla Ice. He's probably not poor. Let's not kid ourselves.
Not with those duds.
Good stuff. What's your final rating for That's My Boy?
Oh gosh, it was so much better than I was expecting it to be. I'm gonna give it one Andy Samberg that pooped himself after he threw away his emergency undies, and Leighton Meester doing some incest.
I am gonna give it an Ice Ice Baby, a feather earring, and, probably a tall boy.
I would also like to give it a jazz dancing fake Marine.
All right, so this is one of our highest ratings yet, I guess.
Right?
Yeah. Guys, this is a pretty funny movie, actually. I kind of recommend this one, even though the subject matter is pretty terrible.
This movie is like cake in your pants in your brain.
Oh, my God. It is a delight to watch it, actually.
It really is.
It's so offensive, but it's so funny.
But I laughed so hard at this movie, so hard. I can't think of the last movie that I laughed this hard at.
What the hell? Are we just like really low-class people that we laughed at this?
Yeah, I guess I also did laugh pretty hard at The Waterboy last night, because I made him watch The Waterboy last night, because it's one of my mom's favorite movies.
I've been watching a lot of Adam Sandler lately.
I come from an Adam Sandler family.
Shut up.
You've seen how many Adam Sandler movies are on our shelf.
Yeah, I know. Most of them. God damn it. God damn it. Yeah, guys, go ahead and watch That's My Boy. You're going to have a lot of fun with it. I don't think that...
Oh, yeah.
If you're really skittish about the subject matter and you're, like, really, really uptight and offended by that sort of thing, you're probably not going to have a fun time.
Right.
But if you try to get past it, it actually doesn't last for that long.
Yeah. Basically, if you were, like... I don't know, molested by your teacher, maybe don't watch this movie.
Yeah, if you're in that situation, this probably isn't going to be that funny.
Yeah, if you're like the product of incest, you might not want to watch this movie.
Yeah, that too.
Beyond those two things, you're probably going to enjoy this movie. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
It's funny.
I'm not gonna beat around the bush here. Had some fun with this one, had some laughs. It's nowhere near the worst of the worst.
It's kind of like American Pie.
American Pie.
Like, it's raunchy, and there's a lot of jokes that you're not supposed to have. This one just kind of goes a couple steps further.
Yeah, well, I guess that's true.
Like,
enough.
Come on, when American Pie came out with the having sex with the pie.
Well, who the hell cares about fucking a pie?
Because I feel like they were all still minors, technically.
Oh, well, I guess. Whatever.
Right? Like, people were a little squeamish about that movie.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't aware of it.
Mm.
Okay. Well, I believe that's it for That's My Boy, guys. I think next time we're going to watch Jack and Jill.
Now I have cake in my pants.
Yeah, we're going to watch Jack and Jill and get our fill. Jack and Jill with Adam Sandler and Al Pacino, who owes people money, I think, to want to be in that movie.
Oh, yeah.
God damn, what kind of IRS bill did he have?
One at least as big as Donny Berger's.
You damn straight. It's either Dunkachino or you go to jail, Al.
Right? Say hello to my little blend.
Well, guys, really hope you enjoy this. Be sure you check out our Twitter pages. We have our official Unfortunate Case of Movie Twitter page that you can go to, and we tweet about movies constantly every day. Mm-hmm. Every day we tweet about movies on there, so be sure you check that out. Occasionally I say some funny things about movies that I'm watching. Mm-hmm. You can also follow our personal accounts. You can follow me at SoulKeever, where I just, post about nonsense all day long, and then you can follow Astrid at Angry Astrid, where she posts about nonsense too. Yes.
Ooh, I think our next movie will be when I start resuming screenshots again.
Oh, really?
I think Jack and Jill will be a good one for that.
Oh yeah, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. I actually don't mind Jack and Jill. I don't know if it's as fun as That's My Boy, but it's another one of those movies where I look at it and say, worst of the worst, guys. If you think this is the worst of the worst, you don't know what bad movies are.
Right.
Believe me, we've watched some bullshit. We know what bad movies are at this point.
Yeah, and I blame you for that.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's what I do. Anyway, guys, again, be sure you check us out on Spotify. You can find us pretty much everywhere at Unfortunate Case of Movie. Follow us. Go ahead, check us out. We also have a YouTube channel where we post last time's video. We post a new episode every couple of weeks or so. Mm-hmm. So every couple of weeks we upload the prior episode.
Yes.
And the prior episode this time around is going to be The Wrong Missy. Before that, it was Jupiter Ascending.
The Wrong Missy was excellent, and I will die on that hill.
The Wrong Missy was so much fun.
I thoroughly enjoyed Lauren Lapkus.
Oh, I really love her too. I wish she was more stuff.
No, it's a crime.
All right, guys. It's time for us to head out. We'll be back soon. Till then, guys, with love from us to you. Bye-bye.
Bye.